Hello. Hello and welcome. I'm Paul Bogle, president of the Kent Schools Foundation, and I want to thank you for being here. Now, in the past, we've been able to gather together at our annual auction to celebrate our schools and have some fun raising money to support them. Well, as we all know, this year is a bit different. So here we are, meeting via the internet, and I'm gratified that you have chosen to take time out of your day to be with us for the next 30 minutes or so. By being here, you've demonstrated your passion and commitment to our schools, and that means everything. Before we get started, I want to especially thank our two inaugural partners in education, Home Street Bank and the Omron Foundation. These two great organizations highly value public education and have generously supported the Kent Schools Foundation for the past 3 years, and they're here with us again today. Thank you, Home Street and Omron. At KSF, our mission is to champion and help fund equity and excellence for every Kent School District student. And we do that by building bridges. In fact, that's our motto, Bridge to the Future. We believe that bridges are so appropriate given where we are at this place and time. This pandemic has placed tremendous strains on our communities and our resources, and never more so to our schools, our teachers, and most of all, our students. The inequities of remote learning, where some students don't have reliable internet access, a quiet place to learn and study, enough food in their stomachs, or emotional support, or all of these together, well, they disproportionately impact our most vulnerable populations. So what can we do to help? To me, the answer is for all of us to become bridge builders. Bridges are fantastic structures to get people where they want to go. They safely span rough and sometimes dangerous chasms that we otherwise couldn't get across. And bridges make it possible to reach our goals. Today, we're going to hear stories about ways in which the foundation, with your support, has helped bridge gaps and made a positive difference in the lives of Kent School District students and our schools. I know you'll enjoy the program. So let's get started with a story about how one of our KSD teachers turned a grant from the foundation into a mirror of her students.
Thanks to the generosity of the Kent Schools Foundation, our Glenridge community has been able to have numerous opportunities and programs that support and really enhance the learning of our student community. So I'm very grateful for their hard work and fundraising to support us. One of the perks of my job as a librarian is getting to hear about and read about different children's literature. And so this was a book that had come to my attention, and I was really excited to get to share it with my students. The book Crown takes what we think of as being an ordinary experience, going to the barbershop for a haircut, but it really explains why it's such a meaningful and powerful experience for our Black and Brown students. Just really about how proud he feels when he gets this fresh cut and how good it makes him feel when he leaves the shop. I had found that the Book at Theater, which is in Seattle, they had adapted this book into a play, and they were offering opportunities to come to elementary schools to go ahead and perform this book for students. And I thought, what an amazing opportunity it would be, bringing the theater to us. Everyone here could participate and be a part of it. Bringing theater to our school was a large expense, and so not something that we would be able to necessarily budget for. When you're booking a performance, you kind of have to jump on it pretty quickly. And so being able to know that we had secured funding and then could plan for this for our students was just really exciting and something beneficial to all of us. So the day that the performance came, I could tell our kids were really excited about just having this experience, seeing actors on stage that looked like them and sounded like them, and really shared an experience that was familiar to them. Having the experience of a live performance was really powerful and engaging for our students, and I felt like they were seen and could really identify what was happening. And so the cost of this is a large amount, but thanks to the foundation, we were able to have this opportunity to bring to our students here at Glenridge. So if you are able to, I know that the students and community of the Kent School District would really appreciate and benefit from your support of the Kent Schools Foundation.
What a great initiative. You know, it's so important that students see themselves reflected in their daily curriculum and in their education. It builds pride and hope and resolve to say, I can do that. Thank you, Carrie, for your creativity, passion, and fierce focus on equity for all of our students. Thank you for being a bridge builder. This year, the foundation awarded its initial scholarships to graduating seniors pursuing careers in the arts. A total of $10,000 was awarded to 4 students. Thanks to a generous bequest from the estate of Amico Craig, a longtime Kent resident who loved attending performances by KSD students, these scholarships will continue for at least a decade. Here now from one of this year's Amico Craig Scholarship recipients, Jaden Keats.
My name is Jaden Keats, and I am a 2020 graduate from Kent Ridge High School. This July, I was awarded with one of the Kent Schools Foundation scholarships and am currently attending University of Washington, Seattle. I am a first-generation student and plan on getting my bachelor's degree in visual communication design to eventually work in the graphic design field. At Kent Ridge, I took graphic arts and yearbook classes, which set me up to not only apply for this scholarship, but to pursue design as a career. Art is a big part of my life, and I am so lucky to get to continue to pursue my passion at UW. This scholarship has truly made my dream possible, especially during these times of uncertainty. During summer, I normally work as a lifeguard at a local pool. This summer, however, my pool opened late, leaving me without valuable income. Having this scholarship has really helped make up the difference of my income loss, allowing me to focus on school and not my financials. Being able to do my classes without worrying about how I will cover what financial aid did not has been essential to my success so far. I am so grateful to the Kent Schools Foundation and do not know where I'd be without them. Winning this scholarship let me showcase my passion for design and be recognized for it, which was especially meaningful since it came from my local community. It was also super rewarding to be recognized for art, as this often gets forgotten. I hope Kent School District students continue to get the same opportunity as it has meant so much to me. During this time, a lot of students, including myself, have been faced with the economic hardships of this pandemic. Having scholarships like this gives students the support they need to succeed after they leave the Kent School District. I'd like to thank the Kent Schools Foundation again for my scholarship and for the opportunity to speak about what it has meant to me. I cannot wait to hopefully walk across the graduation stage in 2024 as the first of my family to do so. The Kent Schools Foundation has helped kickstart this dream, and I will carry their kindness with me all the way to graduation. Thank you.
I've seen that video a couple of times now, and I still find myself smiling at Jaden's enthusiasm and boundless energy. Jaden, congratulations and all the best as you build your future at UW. No question you're going to soar. Our final story today is another from the front lines of our schools. We are blessed across our district with talented and driven teachers, principals, and administrators who are committed to delivering the best education possible for every student in every classroom every day. Spend a day in any school and you will find far more happening beyond simply the important work of teaching and learning. Students and families are supported in numerous ways, in critical ways that care for the whole child and reach them at their level. Listen to the following from the principal at Pine Tree Elementary and hear how education is all about community.
Definitely been a challenge for all of our students and families during this time. And I know how hard it is to give, especially during this time of the year with holiday season. But I see the impact and the benefit that these additional steps have had on our community. I think that we have a very, very strong partnership with our community. I think it's one of our strengths as a school and as a district. Every week we have parents that come into the parking lot and they honk, and then we bring them out supplies. We take out food, we take out learning materials, we take out awards and rewards for our kids that are doing their personal best. And we also support technology needs. So we do that every Every week we're here and on a volunteer basis, people are helping give back to the community here at Pine Tree. And I think that Kent Schools Foundation adds another layer of richness to what we can give back to our community. I think the hardest part of the pandemic is that as a school community, we really come together and rally around our kids while they're here. And so we're used to feeding them, we're used to being able to provide them with a ton of resources, hands-on materials, meeting each individual student so that they continue to grow and succeed. So important during this time, whether students need extra support or enrichment. So we have been spending a lot of money at the school site, making sure that our students receive intervention books or enrichment books. They're receiving equity opportunities. So we have equity-based learning and hands-on projects based on every month we celebrate a different culture, and we make sure that our students are having access to those resources in their home, which typically we would provide in the schoolhouse. So that's been a lot different. Our students, we replenish their materials often because we know that students are learning and growing and their needs are changing. And so we don't expect them to have the same set of materials for an extended period of time. We know that every 6 to 8 weeks, they've almost outgrown or outlearned the resources that they had in their hands. And so we need to get them the next resources so that we continue to prepare them to master the standards and move on to the next grade level. So, I mean, we've received a significant amount of support from the foundation. I encourage anybody who can to donate. Its impact is far-reaching. It's helping the entire community, not just the teacher or the student who receives the money or the grant or the supplies. It lets the community know that we care about them and that they're important. And even though that there's this huge craziness that's been going on, that we still care about them and what they're doing every single day, because they're not in the building. We don't get to recognize teachers like we used to or students like we used to. And so every little bit definitely makes a difference.
Wow. Well, those are 3 great stories, and they are just a few of the impact that Kent Schools Foundation is having. We know that when passionate educators have the resources they need, anything is possible. Education, public education, can break the cycle of poverty. Experiences in classrooms today can inspire students and to pursue it and succeed in higher education and have lasting impacts on their careers for years to come. Teachers with access to resources for materials and field trips can break down barriers for students whose parents never went to college. And given the opportunity, students can be introduced to new ideas and lifestyles they had never seen. They can travel to new places they had never imagined possible. When schools have additional funding beyond what the state provides, our students' needs can be met. Needs that are created by gaps due to systemic and racial disparities, like access to healthcare, food, and other basic resources. When educators are empowered to apply for and given the tools they know will meet their students' needs because they know their students, then students feel seen. They know that someone believes in them and they can achieve at higher levels. Students can become successful, independent adults who pursue their dreams and live out their passions when they have even just one educator who they know genuinely believes in them as young adults. When communities work together to support all students, regardless of race, ethnicity, learning difference, linguistic ability, or zip code, our entire community benefits. Our workforce is stronger, and together we thrive. You may be wondering, what evidence do I have? How can we prove this? Well, my evidence is simple. These are my stories. This is my experience. My name is Melissa Larmy. I'm from the Colville Confederated Tribes Lakes Band. I'm a graduate of Head Start in Inchalem, Washington. I'm the first in my family to go to college and graduate. I'm currently on my lunch break as the Director of Communications and Public Affairs for Kent School District. I'm a member of the Board of Directors for the Kent Schools Foundation. I'm the mom of a beautiful 5th grader. I'm the daughter of a custodian, the sister of a principal, the niece of a paraeducator, and I'm a bus driver's granddaughter. And I support public education. I would not be who I am today without the encouragement, support, high expectations, and love of my parents or my teachers. Teachers like Mrs. Marshall, Mr. Venom, and Miss McDonald. The Kent Schools Foundation Scholarship Program, the Community Grants, and the Classroom Grants programs benefit all KSD students. Our evidence for our work is in our schools. It's our teachers' passion. It's our principals' commitment, our paraeducators' innovations, and our community partners' unwavering support. And it is in the success of each and every student when they learn to read or see a play where the actors look like them, or they master long division, or they walk across that graduation stage, or when they can pay their tuition for college on time. Our evidence is clear, and our ask is simple. Be part of a student's story. You have the opportunity to make a gift to the Kent Schools Foundation. You can donate now to help one student, one classroom, or one school. What you give now through KSFGiving.org, especially this year, whether it's $50 or $500 or $5,000 or more, will help ensure that this academic year is just as meaningful as any other year. Our students deserve nothing less. Our teachers are ready. Our staff is ready, and it's up to us to bridge the gap. I have shared my story with you today. So have others. And there are so many more wonderful stories to write. So my question for you now is this. Will you be part of a KSD student story? And what kind of story do you want to tell?
Well, Melissa, thank you for sharing your personal journey and the many ways you've benefited from your education and the support of others. Thank you for giving back and for paying it forward. You embody the best in all of us. Well, it's that time. You've heard the stories about how the Kent Schools Foundation helps students in classrooms. You've heard how teachers and schools are working overtime to make sure students are safe and supported. You've heard that community investment is critical to ensuring our students receive the education they each deserve. So the only question left is, how can I help? This month of November, this month of Thanksgiving, we're launching KSF Giving, as Melissa mentioned. We're raising money to continue supporting students and teachers across the district. So far, we've raised over $25,000 toward our $100,000 goal. The needs are especially big this year, and we need your support. I hope you'll consider a generous donation today, which you can make directly on our website, ksfgiving.org. There you can find various giving levels and the impacts your donation can have, such as a year of free internet access for our students, school supplies and emotional supports, food and clothing, and other foundation programs. I hope you'll act now so that together we may continue to build bridges to the future. As you consider your donation, I want to welcome our superintendent, Dr. Calvin Watts, who has some thoughts for us. Dr. Watts.
Thank you, Paul. I'm certainly proud and honored to serve as our superintendent And yes, I have a few words of thanks for all those who have shared their stories today and all those who will be fulfilled as a result of the stories that are yet to be told. So thank you. Thank you to our students and staff, to this Kent Schools Foundation board. I'm incredibly inspired after listening to our stories today by the innovation. I am encouraged by the collaboration and excited by the possibilities that have been highlighted in our short time here today. I am thankful for the partnership of Kent Schools Foundation, for the support of our students and our schools every day, all year long. The foundation is able to provide services and resources and to support programs, including mentoring, the arts and music, scholarships, student and staff recognitions, and provide basic needs like food and clothing and school supplies. As a partner, Kent Schools Foundation exemplifies our district's core values of equity, excellence, and community. And with heartfelt appreciation, I personally want to honor and recognize the foundation and say thank you. Thank you for your partnership, for your collaboration, and the vital role you play in the overall well-being of the broader Kent School District community.
Dr. Watts, thank you for your encouragement and leadership, and thank you to our school district board of directors for all the support that they give us as well. Well, friends, that's our program for today. I hope you'll share the link to our website and this video with your friends and colleagues so they can hear these stories as well and are moved to take action. Thank you to those who've already donated to our campaign, and especially to those of you here now. Your trust, encouragement, and investment in our work supporting kids makes a difference every day. This school year is an especially heavy lift, and it's going to take all of us to get through this safely and in good shape. Thanks for your help, and thanks for being bridge builders. Have a great afternoon, and happy Thanksgiving.